नमः सर्वेभ्यः कक्ष्यायां पुनः स्वागतम्। अद्यतन द्वितीय कक्ष्या प्रायः अर्धसङ्ख्याकाः छात्राः एव मध्याह्ने आगताः। चिन्ता नास्ति, मुद्रणं तु लप्स्यते एव। यथाशक्ति यथामति आगच्छन्तु। प्रातःकालीनकक्ष्यायां यथा मया उक्तं किञ्चित् संस्कृते अपि किञ्चित् आङ्ग्लभाषायामपि वार्तालापं करोमि। चिन्ता नास्ति, यत् संस्कृते वदामि तद् किञ्चित् श्रवणसंस्कारः स्यात् अस्माकम् इति वदन्नस्मि। प्रातःकालीनकक्ष्यायाम् अस्माभिः किं पठितमासीत्? आधिक्येन तत्र समस्तपदानां परिचयः, किञ्चित् परिचयः दत्तः आसीत्। तत् पठितवन्तः। बहु विशालरीत्या न, विशदतया न, संक्षेपरूपेण ज्ञातम्। इदानीं तद्धितानां विषये, तद्धितवृत्तिः यदस्ति तद्धितानां विषये किञ्चित् पठनं भवति। In the morning session we had started our classes and we focused a bit on understanding what is a compound word or a samastapada. We saw certain examples, and in those examples we did see certain variations of how the samasas are formed. Not in extreme detail, but at an introductory level. Today, in the afternoon session, we will continue studying, where we look at the next type of generative process of Sanskritam called Taddita, where using a noun, we can generate a modified noun which has a related meaning, extended meaning. It is meaningless to derive one noun from another if there is nothing new about it, right? So there is something new about the new noun which is related to the old noun and extends its meaning. Extends its meaning. Okay, so that is Taddita Vritti. So let us look at that. Read the following. As usual, Samskrita Bharati doesn't try to go into the grammar too much first. It tries to give a lot of examples. So let us read the examples that are available. वासुदेवः अर्जुनेन सह इंद्रप्रस्थम आगच्छति. As we know by now, agacchati is the kriyapada. So ang upasarga, gam dhatu, and lat lakara, vartamana kala, present tense, prathama purusha ekavachana. Okay, so third person singular. All that is embedded there, guys. See this. Ang upasarga, gam dhatu, pratyaya. From that we know immediately it is for present tense. We know immediately it is prathama purusha ekavachana. It's very precise, very succinct. Every letter carries some meaning there in that word. So what is the ang upasarga doing? It is converting gam dhatu from go to come. So that's what its role is. Ati, gam becomes gach due to a substitution process in the prakriya, in the transformative process that happens. And then ati, which is the tip pratyaya from the thing set, that is added in the lat lakara, which is present tense. And it is added in the sense of third person singular. So we know all that. So what is the new thing here? So agacchati, who comes? Vasudevaha agacchati. So he is the karta. He is the subject who is doing the action of coming. Vasudevaha. Now, in the Sanskrit language, we know Vasudeva was the father of Krishna. So Vasudeva is a derivative noun generated from Vasudeva to become Vasudeva. So Vasudeva is a name to Krishna as the son of Vasudeva. So Vasudeva, double A, Vasudeva, the son of Vasudeva, Krishna, actually targeting Krishna, comes to Indraprastha with Arjuna. So this is Saha Upapada Tritiya, Arjunena with Arjuna, Saha. In fact, Saha is almost not required. It's placed for more simpletons like us. If you go to Kavis, they will just say Arjunena Indraprastham agachati. It's meant, Saha is meant there. Okay. So Indraprastham is in Dvitiya Vibhakti, which means it is the object of the arrival action. Okay. All right. So we have Pratama Vibhakti, we have Dvitiya Vibhakti, we have Tritiya Vibhakti as a Upapada, not as a Karana, as a Upapada Tritiya. Then the Kriya Pada agachati. So you can see immediately the sentence circle there. Vasudeva. Okay. No, there is no attempt to give the Visheshya Krishna. It is implicit. So Vasudeva is a Paryaya Pada for Krishna for us. So for example, Dasharatihi Lakshmanena Saha Vanam Gachati, let us say, Dasharatihi. So here in context, we know Dasharatha's son, who else with Lakshmana? Rama. So there we kind of interpret, oh, Rama is implied like that. Okay, because we know the story already. Okay. Dasharatihi Sri Ramaha Kasya Napriyaha. Rhetorical question. We call these kind of things as rhetorical question. It is not meant to be answered. Okay. Dasharatihi Sri Ramaha Kasya Napriyaha. The Sri Rama, Sri is of course a prefix to mean one who is rich with culture, that sense. Dasharathi is the entitlement given to Rama. Dasharathasya apatyam puman Dasharatihi. So Dasharatihi Sri Rama. Visheshana Visheshya. Adjective, the word that is described by the adjective. I don't know, adjunct or some such grammatical term is there in English. Okay. So both are in Pratama Ekavachana. So Visheshana Visheshya Bhava is met. Kasya. It's a question Shashti. Whose? Of whom? That kind of sense. Na priyaha, not dear one. Na priyaha asti. Asti is the implicit kriya pada there, like I told you. So na priyaha asti or bhavati or something. Okay. So the Sri Rama was not dear to whom, if any, at all. Maybe to Ravana. To whom is Dasharati, the son of Dasharatha, not dear, like that. Okay. Vainateyaha Pakshirajaha. So Asti, Asit, Asti, because we believe these are all living gods. So Vainateyaha Pakshirajaha. So Vainateya. So we know Vinata. Vinatayaha apatyam puman Vainateyaha. Garuda. Garuda is the son of Vinata. Vinata is the mother. What is that? How do you say in English? A big bird. Eagle, yes. Giant eagles. So Vinata is the giant eagle-less. How do you say in English? The feminine eagle, whatever. So son of her is Garuda eagle.
So please increase your volume, sir, a little.
I can't increase, Bhagini. You have to increase.
Oh, but how much ever we increase, it's not becoming okay.
Anybody else having low volume from my side? I tested and I am pretty loud in the recording.
No, very clear.
Okay with us, sir.
No, you are perfect, sir.
I think
Okay,
Bhagini has a
No.
device issue. She
Okay.
has to do something with her device or switch the device or something.
Right, sir. I'll take care.
If
Sorry,
you use
sir,
a
for
tablet or
interrupting.
a laptop, sometimes they have a very weak speaker. Best to use a headset. Then you will blank out all the other sounds and hear very clearly.
Yes, sir. Yes.
I use a headset myself so that I can crisply hear. Even if you make noise, I get it in my ears. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
No problem. Okay. All right. Usually, if you hear a flood of complaints, the problem is on my side. Okay. Vainateyaha Pakshirajaha. So, Vinata's son, Garuda, in brackets, is the king of birds. Like that. Okay. He also happens to be symbolically the ride of Vishnu. Gargi Yajnavalkyasya Patni. In fact, Yajnavalkya itself is a Tadita, but anyway, focus is on Gargi. Okay. So, Gargaha is a Pitru, I mean, it's in the parental lineage of Gargi. So Gargi means one who is born in the lineage of Garga, of Garga lineage. Okay, Garga being another Maharishi. So Yajnavalkyasya Patni, she also happens to be the Rishi Patni of Rishi Yajnavalkya. In fact, their conversation is famous, right? She has verses ascribed to her in the Vedas. Okay, Parvati Lokamata. So Parvati itself is a Taddita. Okay, Parvata is a word that we know. Okay, and Parvati is derived from that. Parvatasya apatyam stri Parvati. Okay, if it was Puman, it would have been Parvataha, something like that. Here it is Stri, so Parvati, some neep or some pratyaya is used there to make it feminine. So Parvati Lokamata Asti. She is the mother of, okay, they have interpreted Loka to mean universe, etc. I mean, our belief is in our universe, she is the mother, like that. Okay? Yeah.
So what
the believers?
Gargi, sir? Gargasya?
Gargasya apatyam Gargasya we call Pitrapatyam we use. Okay? Pitrapatyam means in the parental lineage. Gotrapatyam is also used, yes. Gotrapatyam Stri. Gargasya Gotrapatyam Stri Gargi, like that. Whoever asked the question has a very noisy microphone. Test it again. Okay? Yeah. Very scratchy. Okay. शाकुन्तलः सिंहशावकैः सह क्रीडति स्म. सो शकुन्तलायाः अपत्यं पुमान् शाकुन्तलः. Shakuntala's masculine offspring Shakuntala, which is Bharata. Okay, so Shakuntalah Simhashavakaihi saha kridati sma. It's in the lineage of Mahabharata. Okay, all right. One of the forefathers of Kauravas and Pandavas. Valmikihi Adi Kavihi Asti. So Valmikihi, my own surname. Okay, it's actually coming from the Shabda Valmika. Okay, Valmika Jataha Valmikihi, one born of a ant hill. Okay, Valmika means ant hill. So Valmika Jataha Valmikihi. His you can call it a second birth was that, no? So that's why he is called Valmiki. It's a great story. Valmiki Varnanam is there. Recently we studied, it was part of some Puranic text, also in a very detailed way. Beautifully encompassed story of Valmiki. Okay, Valmiki Adi Kavihi Asti. He is known as the first of the Kavis. I mean, in the so-called Arvachina era. Adikavayaha, I mean, Vedaha eva, Kavitvam Vede eva santi. Tu tarhi tatra bahuprageva kavyatvam asit. There are specific chandas related to Vedas only. For example, Gayatri and Savitri. All those things are chandas related to Vedic verses. Okay. Pautraha Rajeshaha Pitamahena Saha Shalam Gacchati. So Putraha Pautraha, you can immediately see. Okay, Putra grown into Pautra as a Taddita, as a derivative. So Putrasya Putraha Pautraha is the derivation for that Taddita. So okay, Pautraha Rajeshaha Pitamahena Saha Shalam Gacchati. So incidental rest of them. So the grandson by the name Rajesh with his grandfather, because of whom he is grandson, Shalam Gacchati, he goes to the school. I am assuming his own grandfather. Could be anybody, any grandfather. But anyway. Anjaneyaha Lankam Dagdhavan. So Anjanayaha Apatyam Puman, the son, masculine son or masculine offspring, I should say. Apatyam is that way. Masculine offspring of Anjana is Anjaneya. So Anjaneya Pratama Ekavachana. So Anjaneya Lankam Dagdavan. So he burnt Lanka in anger because he was imprisoned and all that by the Rakshasas. And that part of the incident of his visit to Ashokavana. Okay. Nageshah Bhaskarasya Bhratruvyaha Asti. Nagesha, a person of certain name. Bhaskarasya Bhratruvyaha Asti. Bhaskara is another person of Bhaskara. Bhratruvyaha. So, Bhratuhu Apatyam Puman Bhratruvyaha. So, brother's son. Bhratuhu. Okay. Bhratru Shabda, Pitru Shabdavat. पितुः इति यथा षष्ठी एकवचने भवति तद्वत् भ्रातुः इति भवति भ्रातुः अपत्यं पुमान् भ्रातृव्यः भ्रातुः अपत्यं स्त्री भ्रातृव्या okay like that it goes okay in the first sentence above Vasudevah is one word for Vasudevas sorry. We have to be very precise. That's why English alphabet can confuse us. So, Vasudeva's son. In the fifth, Parvati is one word for Parvata's daughter. They have just picked a couple of examples. These words are called Taditanta words. All the old ones are Taditanta words. They have picked up a couple to summarize for us. So, now there is more details of Tadita. Okay. Oh, you may ask, what are all these pictures? Sometimes they're related to characters that appear in words over there, but they're more to make it pleasing for us to look at the screen, the colorification and all that. Okay. It's just a technique because I sometimes have to teach youngsters. I use all these techniques to keep them interested on the screen. Okay. Tadditas. We know that words patitva, patitum, patitavyam, etc. are formed by adding different affixes to the verb root. But these are actually, we just know kridantas. So ktvanta, tumunanta, tavyadanta. So three types of kridantas generate that. Why we add this kridantas? Patadatu means the action root for reading. Patati means somebody reads. Patitva means having read. So Ramaha patitva gacchati. Rama reads and then goes. Okay. So this tvanta is added in it becomes an avyaya pada now. Patitva. There is no further declension, nothing. Okay. So patitva. Ramaha patitva gacchati. Rama having read, he leaves. He goes. That's the sense for patitva there. So where it helps us, these kind of things are helping us to produce clauses to make a larger sentence. So you can otherwise we'll have to speak very dumbly. Ramaha patati, Ramaha gacchati. I mean, you kind of don't know whether somebody is just joking or is there a cause and effect relationship? Is there a temporal relationship? Is there a time sequencing? Nothing is understood by speaking like that. So that's where these kind of technologies come into place to produce clausal verb forms. So clausal verb forms. There are no more verbs, but they are embedding the Shakti of the Pat Dhatu still. Okay. So Ramaha patitva gacchati. Ramaha is again applied to gacchati as a new karta for gacchati also. Ramaha patitva Ramaha gacchati is mentally the expansion. Okay. Patitva gacchati. So same way, tumunanta is for in order to. Ramaha patitum shalam gacchati. To study, Rama goes to the school. Ramena sarvada patitavyam. By Rama, all the time, he should be reading. That's what his mother will be saying. Bless her. Okay. So, if mothers were not there, there will be no education in the world. The affixes like twa, tum, tavya, they have deleted the extra letters of Panini and just given the pure pratyayas here, are called krit pratyayaha. These are affixed. No, you may wonder what the heading says tadita and they're going, let's be patient. These are affixed to the verb root. Likewise, certain affixes come after nominal stems. See, that's why I explained the vrittis, pancha vritteha in the beginning. They are giving it in small segments here. So the earlier one was dhatu to krit pratyaya. Here they are saying these affixes in tadditas are for nominal stems or what we call pratipadikam. They are pratipadikani. So likewise certain affixes come after nominal stems. Affix is like, after fix, something like that. Prefix is before fix, like that. Infix is internal fix, like that. They are known as, that we call as, we simply call it as pratyaya in our case. Okay. We can say anta pratyaya, adi pratyaya, antarika pratyaya, something like that. We can give yogika names to these pratyayas if you want, like. Okay. They are known as taddita affixes. Thus, while krit affixes are affixed to the verb roots, the taddita affixes are affixed to nominal stems or noun stems. Okay. Tadditas are employed. I wish they had always used Samskritam for this tadditas. Taddit or Devanagiri lipi. Employed in different senses. For example, pautraha, putrasya putraha. So there is no apatya relationship here. Okay. You can say putrasya apatyam puman pautraha, like that. You can kind of, but it is more easy to just say putrasya putraha, pautraha. Here the taddita affix a. Okay, see, so what is the taddita affix? It's a symbolic a is added. This a is without the technical letters, it will be something. Okay, else in Paninian word is added to the nominal stem putra to make it pautra. The more important thing of Panini is when he calls that particular affix name, he indicates that adi vriddhi action should happen, and he would have rules for describing how pu will become pau, all those things. Okay. That's where the thing is. The affix itself is almost incidental. The action that accompanies the entire affix with its technical letters added is the important thing. So I wish they actually put that also in brackets as a habit. This sense can be elaborated in a sentence as putrasya apatyam pumano. That's what they have said. Okay. Can be elaborated if you wish. Pautraha, nothing wrong. So this is more classic. That's a male issue of son. The words apatyam puman shows that is a male offspring. Similarly, the apatyam stri, as in the example Parvati, Parvatasya apatyam stri being female, okay, is Parvati. So it uses a feminine ending, Parvati, Neep or something like that. I don't know the exact pratyaya involved there. There are 6 stri pratyayas. Top is one, Neep is one, there are a few more. Okay, show that it is a female offspring. In this lesson, you will know the apatyarthaka tadditas. Okay, the affix which meaning offspring of. So here the focus is on the apatyarthaka taddita, on those which are actually in the lineage, as a son or as daughter, or as a what said gotrapatya, we said like as a progeny, to use the English word which is neutral, gender neutral, progeny of a certain lineage, like that. See how close Sanskrit is to some of the European terms. Jeni, Janma. Okay. By adding the affix a, the following words are formed. Is a very lame usage. I wish they listed. Like I said, I keep saying that. Okay. What did I list earlier in my chart? Taddita. Duck was there for Vainateya. Unfortunately, I don't have a simpler one there. Okay, leave it. You will have to look up. Okay. Similarly, Parasharasya apatyam puman parasharah. So everywhere simple ending. Parasharah. I should be very careful. Not to do the vriddhi is a crime for Taddita. Parasharah, not Parasharah. Parashara's masculine offspring is Parasharah. So most important was the vriddhi action there. Okay, Ragoho apatyam puman ragavah. Say here Vakara came because of U. So the U in the O grew into Raghu, actually the Raghu, not Ragoho. Ragoho. Ragoho is Shashti version in the Vigraha Vakya. The Pratipadika is Raghu, Ukaranta Shabda, Pullinga. So U became Uvaha, like that. Growth, little bit of that. So Ragavaha. So here it is Akaranta Pullinga Shabda. No more Ukarantatva. Ragavaha, Ragavo, Ragavaha. Okay, here Raghu, Raghavaha. So there Bahuvachana is Raghavaha. Here Bahuvachana is Raghavaha. Okay, Akaranta Pullinga. Raghu was a Ukaranta Pullinga. You see all these changes that are happening. Apratyaya is playing a role there, or whatever is the original form of that. Bhrugoho apatyam puman bhargavaha. Same Bhruguhu Ukaranta. So Bhargavaha. So again Vaha came. Kuroho apatyam puman. Kuruhu Kuroho Kauravaha. So Ku became Kau, not Ko. Kauravaha. Okay. So Vriddhi, not Guna. Kauravaha. Shakuntalayaha apatyam puman Shakuntalaha. A becomes A due to Vriddhi, and Shakuntala becomes Aha, that is Pullinga ending. Shakuntalaha. Like we studied earlier, if it was Strip, I don't know if Shakuntala had a female offspring. Poor thing. She struggled with one offspring that she had. Let's not worry about the son. Yes, daughter, but if there were one, she would have been Shakuntala. Prutayaha apatyam puman Parthaha. Isn't she a typical representative of a struggling female who falls in love and struggles the whole life? Man, so long ago they have described this. Prutayaha apatyam puman Parthaha. So Prutha and Parthaha. So see, you can see the R becoming R. That is the vriddhi that has happened there. Kind of maybe more like a guna here. Okay. Guna type mostly. Instead of it is R. So there is some vriddhi and guna together, I guess. I am not able to conclude all that. But anyway. Okay. So Partha. So these are all the various derivatives. So who is Prutha? Anybody wants to volunteer?
Pritha was Kunti.
Kunti, very good. You guys are up to date on your Mahabharata knowledge. Kunti also was known as Prutha. Anybody wants to volunteer why she had the name Prutha?
Her father's name was
Pruth's daughter.
Pruthu's daughter.
Pruthu's daughter. So she herself is a Tadvita. Kind of. But then her Tadvita is Partha, which is... So grandfather's name comes with double growth, you can say. Though I don't know, I'm not able to explain why her name is just Prutha, not Partha. Okay? So don't ask me. But it is interesting. Anyway. So complex are the ways of Samskritam. The affix E is added to some words. So instead of course, this technical version, I wish they put it. Dasharathasya apatyam puman dasharatihi. So here ikarantatva came. So dasharatihi, not dasharatha, dasharatihi. So why do we choose this and not that? Again, sometimes what we call, some of these are based on applications already seen. Okay, so some of them we say, oh, this is the way we have to pick up this pratyaya, like that. I don't know if there is a further potential detail available that for these type of pratipadikas and with this kind of ending, that pratyaya. No, sometimes it is by observation of the arsha prayoga, observation of the existing literature. We go with this choice. Okay, so similarly, satyakaha satyakihi, dronaha draunihi, dushyantaha daushyantihi. So who was daushyantihi? Also Shakuntalaha. So Dushyanta was the father, Shakuntala was the mother. So Shakuntalaha daushyantihi Bharataha. His actual name was Bharata, this boy who is standing here. So yeah, the famous story of him playing with Lion babies. These are the days when lions used to abound in India. Sadly, they are left only in small portions of India, but happily they are still there, some of them. Okay. Varunaha Varunihi. Okay, the name of some Muni. Valmikaha Valmikihi. See, Valmikaha. Valmikat Jataha Valmikihi. Valmikat Jataha Ayam Valmikihi. These two affixes, a and e, are also used to express the sense of descendant of a family. That is, Gotrapatyam, like that. See here, Gotrapatyam is used here. So, belonging to the Gotra. Gotra being a kind of, because you remember this Gotra, it's very, very, so much cultural thing is embedded. We have to explain here. We have a student all the way from Europe. I observe she has joined. I don't know if she's still around. We have a student by the name Anne who has joined. Can you unmute Varye? Anne Varye? Of course, I don't know if she's able to. She may not be in an environment that enables her, or she may not wish. So I will not implore. So she may not understand all this. So for her benefit, here and there, I'll remember to explain. So Gotra, basically, various lineages were described in the ancient times based on certain rishis. Okay, saying the lineage of this Gotra, that Gotra, like that. So this was done so that the genetics are kept distinct, so that when marriages happen, close cousin marriages are avoided. So this is a brilliant system in the Sanatana Dharma where Gotras were present, and this was cutting across Varna, actually, Gotra. So it was a system by which marriages with Sagotra was avoided so that corruption of the genetics don't happen. How smart they were. They knew that consummation of marriage between certain bloodlines is going to result in bad offsprings. Okay. So they created this system. So Gotrapatya means one belonging to that Gotra in that lineage, and it's a masculine lineage as far as definition goes. Varya, you have an opinion in between? Somebody unmuted something? Okay.
Sir,
All
what
right.
is the meaning of masculine lineage? Patriarch.
Patriarchal. Yes, patriarchal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sorry. I should have used the original English word. But we are Sanskrit students, so we know how to make meaning out of anything. So, all right. Similarly, Shurasya Gotrapatyam Puman Shaurihi. Oh, I have a neighborhood boy who is named Shauri. Okay, Krishna. So Shurasya Gotrapatyam Puman. Shura was one of the Yadava kings in the lineage of Vasudeva and Krishna. Or not Vasudeva, I guess. Yeah, Vasudeva also. So Shaurihi Krishna.
क्षम्यतां महोदय
Hmm.
कृष्ण यादव गोत्र अस्ति न यदुवंशी
Vamsha is different from Gotra.
ओ अस्तु अस्तु
I mean, here, of course, Gotrapatyam is used in the sense of Vamshapatyam. Yes, you're right. I guess that Vamsha will be having a certain Gotra, but yeah. But, yeah. So Raghu, there may be a Raghu in another different Gotra also. So there can be a Raghava who is not in this Raghu's lineage. So this is Surya Vamsha. Okay. And Surya is, of course, not again Gotra name. It is another title used for Rama's Vamsha.
It says Bharadwaja, his followers are called Bharadwaja Gotra.
Correct. We more know the modern Rishi names.
You mean to say the Gotras are depending on the Rishi names?
Yes, Rishi names. I mean, at least for us, we identify ourselves with the Rishi names like that.
Yeah, even I'm aware of that. One more question. The affixes e. Kutra yujyate adi.
No, like I told, no, Bhagini. What's your name?
Niranjana.
Niranjana. So this and e, I wish Samskrita Bharati had put the full, it may be duck it may be danga, we don't know. Okay. So there is a larger name for this pratyaya. Why there is a larger name with technical letters is because when we say duck, okay, immediately an entire process unfolds. With just nothing unfolds in our brain. We were wondering where that is, like that. Okay. So
Is it related to the pratyayas of the
pratyaharas, yeah, very good. You know the technical name for them. So with the pratyaharas, if we can read the affix name, then you can say something because we can refer to Paninian sutras for that pratyahara yukta pratyaya. Pratyahara yukta pratyayam drishtva Paninehe ashtadhyayam अन्वेषणं कृत्वा कथं तत्र कार्यं करणीयम् अस्माभिः तो किं भवति न केवलम् अप्रत्ययः स्थापितः भवति तत्र तदतिरिच्य आदिवृद्धिः इति कार्यं तत्र पर इत्यस्य पार इति यद् भवति तदपि भवति. So the affix is just not just an additive, it is an influencer for a whole host of transformations that can take place.
Yeah, I mean Guna, Vriddhi, Adi.
Yes. Yes. Far field effects. Very powerful. That's why this is an apology way of saying it.
Yeah,
We should say the Paninian names here. I mean, Samskrit Bharati is not trying to scare us, so they have simplified, but I wish they put it in brackets.
It actually confuses, no? Like Drown. I was wondering why Dhruv becomes Drown and why, I mean, no, but then I realized as you said.
No, I think they're going to talk about this. They're going to talk about it. Adi Vriddhi and all that. I think they're going to talk about it. Okay, let's wait patiently.
Yeah.
Okay. The affix aya, this is again having more technical stuff. Okay. I think Vainateya, we know that I have it in my list. Let me go there. Vainateya was duck. So they called it aya pratyaya. The aya is not there in the original pratyaya name of Panini. So aya is the suffix derived from duck process. Duck is not just a pratyaya, it's a process definition. Okay, it's an identifier for a whole process. So it mandates a aya pratyaya and mandates a vriddhi like this, V to Y like this. Okay. So, and we have to see Panini Sutras to understand it clearly. All right. So we saw a couple of ing for the Asharati. So E is coming from ing. This is cha cha jajanya. So ing. Very difficult to pronounce, but that's what it is. But finally, it's a visual symbol as far as Paninian rules go. Okay. So Vainateya. So Aya is coming from duck. So at least one we know now. Vinatayaha apatyam puman Vainateya. So Ganga Gangeya. Anjana Anjaneya. Radha Radheya. Okay. This is another name for
Karna.
Karna. Correct. Radha Radheya. Kunti Kaunteya. So this can be any of her three sons from her own Udara. Others are Madreya, the last two.
Sir, what is the meaning of apatyam, like exactly?
Apatyam means offspring.
Okay.
See, you want to know the genesis?
That
which fell from.
Okay.
Birthing is falling to the baby.
Okay, patitam, that's patitam.
I think. It's my thought behind how the word apatyam is. We have to check Shabdakalpa Druma to see if there is a vyutpatti if at all.
Sir, in some other language, apatyam panna is,
that is pathya, mahaprana tha. Ipdiye mahaprana, alpaprana, ella seti pishinchita enna varudhu. Pathya in Samskrita means a kind of way of eating properly. Apathya means eating improperly. That is what you are saying.
Yeah.
Don't use alpaprana. Mahaprana tha there. Okay.
I stand corrected. Thank you.
No problem. We make mistakes. In this case, I happen to know what it was. Mostly I won't even notice. I'll also wonder like you. Okay. The affix
Excuse me, sir.
Huh.
Puman has a Strilinga Rupa or only Puman?
Stri. Stri is the Strilinga Rupa of Puman.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Mahodaya.
Puman, pum. I mean, pum shabda. Puman is the Pratama Ekavachana. Purushaha is the another variant form of that. Okay.
Pumsa also
Mahodaya.
arises from pum. Pumsa is the
Okay, sir.
plural form.
A different vibhakti.
Astu.
Pumsi in Saptami vibhakti. Pum shabda only. Yeah.
Mahodaya.
धन्यवाद।
तद्धिताः केवल एकवचने एव भवन्ति वा?
न वर्या तद्धिताः प्रातिपदिकानि किल प्रातिपदिकात् पुनः सुप्रत्यययोजनेन किमपि स्थापितुं शक्नुमः एकवचने बहुवचने एवं
Then can we say swasuhu apathyani puman?
apathyani, but why will you just say one then do bahuvachana? That's not the technique. See, vinatayaha apatyam puman vainateyah te vainateyaha, if she had 4 or 5 children. Okay, te vainateyaha. Don't do the bahuvachana in the vigraha. Do ekavachana in the vigraha, then do vibhakti or vachana viparyaya using te vainateyaha or tasya vainateyasya, whichever
Okay.
vibhakti you want. Okay?
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, the affix e is used to express the meaning daughter of. Okay, so I mean Parvati, again we don't know what is the full expansion of e. So Parvatasya apatyam stri Parvati, Janakaha Janaki. So Janakasya apatyam stri Janaki. Who is this? Sita Mata, Sita. Okay, Drupadaha Draupadi. Drupadasya apatyam stri Draupadi. She is of course born from a yajna, but still she is Draupadi. This affix is added to express the sense belonging to the gotra also. Okay, not necessarily apatyam, gotrapatyam. That's where Gargi's example they gave. Gargasya gotrapatyam stri Gargi. She's not directly the daughter of Garga. She's in the lineage of Garga. Maybe the granddaughter or further down the line. All right. There are some other taddhita affixes that give the same meaning. Some of these are shown below. Bratuhu apatyam puman bratruvyah. We had seen this in examples also. Bratruvyah. Swasuhu. So you see, brother, bratru. Swasru, sister. Pitru, father. Peter is there in Latin. Okay, and then duhitru. Duhitru. Daughter. Okay, so you can see Bratru, Swasru, Pitru, Duhitru, and see the connection to European languages there. Very clear. Okay, and we can keep arguing from where to where, but it doesn't matter. Relationship. Don't worry about the direction. Okay, Bratuhu apatyam puman bratruvyah. Okay, Swasuhu. So, swasru shabdasya shashti ekavachane, swasuhu, matuhu, pituhu, like that. Swasuhu apatyam puman, swastriyah. Wow. Swastriyah. This is tough one. Swastriyah. What all has happened there?
I think it's swasriyaha.
Swasriyah. Takaraha nasti. My bad. My eyesight is bad. Swasriyah. Sorry. Thanks for pointing out, Varya. Swasriyah. So, okay. Pitrushwasuhu. Okay. Pitrushwasuhu. There is a samasta there. Okay. Pitrushwasuhu apatyam puman. Paitrushwasriyah. Son of paternal aunt. So, Sanskrit, by giving you the mechanism, gives you ability to compose things. Okay. In a compact way like this. Though they are very difficult to pronounce, but they are compact in the end. Paitrushwasriyah. In the end, once you practice, it's not so bad. Swasriyah, Paitrushwasriyah. So, Sakara has taken Shakaratva there due to certain
Sir,
rules.
I don't see many of this in the textbook, sir. Have
I
you
don't
taken
know.
it
I
from
may have
elsewhere?
an aged textbook, Bhagini. I studied Kovida long back.
No. This is what they sent now. when I paid the fees.
Huh.
So you took from your textbook, you mean?
Correct.
Is that,
Correct.
okay,
It's of a
okay.
certain era. So it still is teaching generally the
Yeah, yeah,
concept.
No, sir,
knowledge
it's
is, yeah.
everything is there,
It's
sir.
there in the book. It's there in the book.
Here,
Perfectly
it is
there.
there in the
It's
book,
there.
sir.
I don't know,
Page number
Bhagini
6.
opened Shiksha book or something maybe.
No, no, sir. Kovida only. Okay,
Page
Go
okay.
ahead.
Kovida. It is
I'll
there.
look
It
for
is
it.
there. Go to page number 8.
Page number 6
Okay.
and 7.
Are see,
Okay.
already
Yeah,
problem.
Thank
See,
you.
some are in
6 and 7.
Kannada subject, some are in English. So don't worry. Okay, she may be carrying a different language book.
No, English only, sir.
English only. Okay. Anyway, don't worry. So duhituhu apatyam puman dauhitraha, like this. So note, it is suggested that at this level you pay attention to the final forms of the apatyarthaka words rather than the affixes themselves. They have clearly admitted, look, it is a complex process. So don't get caught up with this a, I, e, a, e, like that. Focus on the final form and practice a small database of words of this form and stick to that for now. Rather than going to Paninian analysis. That's what they are suggesting. All the affixes are not common to all words. See, that's another complexion. We cannot take this pratyaya for that one, etc. So, arsha prayoga or krita prayogasya adharaha bhavati. Therefore, refrain from coining new words using these affixes. This Paitrishwasriya looks like a coined one. I want to dig up and see which Rishi used it. Anyway, barring one or two, in all the examples above, the first vowel of the word has got a vriddhi substitute. See, now they are talking of Adi vriddhi. Barring one or two, there are places where it has not happened. We ourselves saw Prutha didn't have Adi vriddhi. Prutuhu अपत्यम स्त्री पृथा इत्येव अस्ति आदिवृद्धिः न अभवत् तत्र पुनः पार्थः इत्यत्र अस्ति एवं दिस फीचर in Tadditanta words is known as Adivriddhi. So they have talked about that.
Sir, excuse me.
Yes.
Sir, what would be Gargasya Apatyam Stri? Would that also be Gargi?
A Gargi only. It would be. It would be. Only by context we know whether it is Gotrapatya or direct Apatya. Like that. Okay. Good question. Yeah. It won't become Gargihi or something else. No. Yeah. So, all right. So this is Anjaneyaha and this is Vainateyaha. The right. Okay, so let us do some examples and start practicing also. Okay. So here, generally, because it's a new batch, I'm going to just mute everyone and then. Yeah, so what we do is sometimes I will single source the students to address certain answers that can't be crowdsourced. So there are two types of answering mechanisms, all oral, of course. Okay. Where I feel this can be crowdsourced, I will just ask those who are interested. I hope all 51 of you won't unmute, 50 of you, I will be unmuted. But select one of you, those of you who are interested, definitely please unmute so that we get some collective answer from you, where the voices will vote themselves, the form. It will become a little bit of what you call kichdi, but I will make out. Okay. And anyway, I'll be opening up the correct answers also for others to track. But if I feel that this crowdsourcing is a bad way, if multiple of you answer with unmuting, then I will ask you to raise your hands. So you can, whenever a question pops up, you can keep your hands raised for a single answer type. So when you raise your hand, figure out how to do that. There is a way to raise your hand. Okay, there is a yeah, some Harish Raju, for example, raised his hand. So figure that out and raise your hand. Okay. Where is that? What is the particular menu name that asks you to raise your hand?
Reactions.
Reactions or react. It shows a heart, so it is confusing. Okay. Reactions is that which pops on the screen, all the love sign and all that. That is thumbs up. But there is a way to raise your hand. I think it is there in the participant list for me. I can lower your hand, raise your hand. So many are doing it. Anyway, figure it out, guys. First class, you may struggle with. Those who are new may struggle with all this. So
It is there in reactions, sir.
it is there in
Raise your
reactions.
hand. For us, it is in reactions.
Okay, good. Yeah, figure it out, and then you can participate.
Yeah,
Okay.
there's something which says raise your hand.
Raise your hand. Okay, great. Look for it. So let me read the questions. For now, you stay muted. Keep your hands low, and then we will. I'll mute everyone for now. Adah datte rashau samastapadaani asamastapadaani cha santi tani prithakritya stambadvaye likatha. So half the challenge for us in the exam is to understand the question precisely. Okay, so adaha, below, datte, in that which is given, rashau, in the heap of things, samastapadani, those which are compound words, asamastapadani, those that are non-compound words, cha, and, are there, santi, are there. So there is a heap of words, some are samasta, some are asamasta, that's all he is saying. Tani prithakritya stambadvaye likata, those words, prithakritya, by sorting them out. Prithakritya means to keep something separate. By sorting them, stambadvaye, stamba means column. So stambadvaye in two columns, likhata, yata suchitamasti, samastapadani atra, asamastapadani atra. So always in the exam, I find students sometimes don't read the question itself properly and miss some important part. I am also sometimes helping Samskrita Bharati with evaluating the answer sheets. And most typically, students would just miss out on what's asked and answer something else and lose marks. So please learn to read it patiently, the titles. It is important to remember that a compound samasaha should necessarily have two words. For example, hanihi is a single word, whereas manahanihi has two words. Of course, it will take some time before we observe that this is two words, but as you swim in the world of Sanskritam, you start recognizing this pratipadika mana, this pratipadika hani, etc. Because we kind of it builds in our head. Okay. Mana means respect, hani means destruction or hurt, something like that. Okay. So respect, destruction, which means loss of respect, has two words, manaha and hani, that are compounded to form one word as manahanihi. Therefore, hanihi is not a compound, asamastapadam, whereas manahanihi is a compound word. So they are just helping you by further explaining again. So let us crowdsource this. Okay, so just unmute all of those who want to participate. Unmute yourselves. Arthalabha.
Samastapadam.
Samastapadam. Very good. Because artha is there and labha is there. Udyogaha.
Asamastapadam.
Asamastapadam. So ut is not, there is yoga is union, but ut is not a pada, it is a prefix type of thing, generative form of udyoga. Okay, I mean high engagement, udyoga. See, you see the generative thought process behind. We would have not even have thought udyoga as containing yoga word. Okay, but it contains ut and yoga, and takara has softened to a dakara to just to sandhi. So udyoga. So high engagement, which necessarily means some useful work that you do. Okay, see how beautiful the word is constructed. Varanveshanam.
Samastapadam.
This is a problem for all of us who are 50 plus. For our apatyas, we are doing varanveshanam.
Vara Anveshanam.
Varasya Anveshanam. Varanam va. If you have multiple daughters, Varanam va Anveshanam. Pitru Bhaktihi.
Samastapadam.
Okay, Pitru is there and Bhakti is there. Pitari Bhaktihi. Pitru Bhaktihi. Okay. Nadi Pravaha.
Samastapadam.
Nadi Padamasti Pravaha. Nadyaha Pravaha. Nadi Pravaha. Desha Seva.
Samastapadam.
Deshasya Seva, the serving of the nation. Okay. Shuddhata. Asamastapadam. Okay. Asamastapadam. Because there is one word there, and this is basically a kind of pratyaya to the Shuddhata, the cleanliness. The ness is the ta pratyaya there. Okay. Vasishtashrama. Vasishta iti Rishihi, Vasishtasya ashrama. Very good. So the ashrama of Vasishta. Okay. Who was there in Vasishta ashrama? Lava and Kusha were students of Vasishta. Very good. Ganga Yamune. Samastapadam. Ganga cha Yamuna cha Ganga Yamune. Strilinge dvivachane asti pratamaya. Ganga cha Yamuna cha Ganga Yamune. Prayage milatah. Asamastapadam. So it is basically tree. Okay.
Vidya
Asamastapadam. Gamanam. Gamanam. It's a anam is there as a pratyaya for gam dhatu, but it is a kridanta and it is a lyudanta. Lyut is the pratyaya used here in gamanam. And anam is the form of pratyaya that comes from lyut process. Lyut again, that's why lyut is not just a pratyaya, it is a pratyaya with process involved. Okay. So gamanam, the act of going, which is basically traveling or something like that. Okay. Padmakaraha. There is two words, Padma and Akara. Akara means pond or a water body, and Padma is lotus. So lotus pond, Padmakaraha. Okay, no, one who does, sorry. Akara also can have the meaning of a pond, but here Karaha type of pratyaya can also be taken, which means the doer of lotus. The one who blooms the lotus. Who is the one who blooms the lotus?
Sun.
Sun. So this is the name for Surya Bhagavan. Sun. Okay. Suchana. Asamastapadam. Another Lyudanta. Okay. Suchana. Shayya. Asamastapadam. So here again, Shete, that dhatu which is related to she, ete, she, I think. So that means sleeps. So Shayya is that which is used to sleep upon. So it is a bedding. Bedding is called Shayya. Shete means somebody sleeps. Like Ramaha Bhumau Shete. Bhumi eva Ramasya Shayya. That is that variation. Okay. Bhumi itself is the bedding of Rama. Rama sleeps. Ramaha Shete. How everything Sarvam Dhatujam Aha Shakatayanasya Potam, something like that is there in Samskrita, old lineage. Seems like just like we say Ekating Vakyam, like that. These are all what we call in Vedas. We say no, there are some words, some phrases that are universal. Mahavakya. So there are Mahavyakarana Vakyas also. Mahavyakarana Vakyas are like this. Ekating Vakyam, okay, Sarvam Dhatujam, this kind of Mahavakyas. Krishna Palakam. Samastapadam. Krishna Palaka. So two words are there. Blackboard. Shila Pratima. Shilayaha Pratima. So the murti made out of stone. Okay, idol. Stone idol. Shila Pratima. Padam. Is a basic single word, Padam. Okay. Janaha. Asamastapadam. Samastapadam. Asamastapadam. Okay. Padam, again, you see the genesis. Padam means a step. It is also the basic title, sanya for a word. So, our grammarians looked at a word as a step towards a sentence, conversation, etc. So maybe that's why they named it Padam. Anyway, Dharmaha. Very fundamental. Okay. I think again dhru dhatu is involved. Dhru dharana dhatu is involved in coming to dharma. I mean, that which is worn by us in our life is dharma. That we kind of always carry as a kind of some kind of krudanta technique is there to come to that. Sarvam dhatujam. Okay. So that's the whole process. So what is the
One thing, sir, what's the Padmakar? How two words are there? Padmakar.
Padma and Kara pratyaya is there. Kind of a Kridhatu's form is there, Kara. It's kind of a Upapada. Or you can take it as Akara, in which case it is Padma plus Akara.
Okay.
Akara, no, Akara.
Okay.
Sir,
Thank you.
sir, one doubt. Shila Pratima is there, no, sir? Pratima can also be shadow?
Yeah, it is some kind of representative picture of the original.
Okay.
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 Usually we use chaya to mean shadow, but you can always say chaya pratima also.
Okay.
As a samasta. It means a pratima which is in the form of a shadow. Like, there is a kind of play, where they use shadows to show the items on the screen. So you can use chaya pratima bimba darshanam, something like that.
Okay.
This is stone statue, no, sir? Shila.
Huh? Shila's pratima is a stone statue, correct? Okay, so let us finish this much, this sheet. Adastana shloke sthitani samastapadani chunuda. This is nice. So, adastana, adaha is still there here. Adastana means that which is standing below. Okay, shloke, in the shloka below. Sthitani, those which are present. Samastapadani, which are compounds. Chinuta, select them. I mean, identify them. One I identified accident. So let me read it once. Let us, it is always good to pray to Lord Krishna. Jayatu Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandanoyam. Jayatu Jayatu Krishno Vrishnirvamsha Pradipah. Jayatu Jayatu Megashyamalah Komalango. Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundah. My recitation is horrible, but please don't mind it.
Bhavan Namo Namaha Vrishnivansha. Vrishnir Nasti.
Vrishnivamsha, correct. Vrishnir Nasti. Vrishnivamsha Pradipa. Very correct.
This is from Mukundamala,
sir. Very precise in, it's from Mukundamala. Do you know to recite it with the proper metric tone, sir? No volunteers. Okay.
Can I try, sir?
Try. You try.
Okay.
Jayatu Jayatu Devo Devaki Nandanoyam. Jayatu Jayatu Krishno Vrishnivamsha Pradipah. Jayatu Jayatu Meghashyamalah Komalango. Jayatu Jayatu Prithvi Bharanasho Mukundah.
Wow. Thank you, Varya.
Wow, very good.
It's much better that way than the way I read. But thanks. Next time I will choose some of you who know the music to read for us when verses come. Okay, so let me choose someone, because again this crowdsourcing. Okay, let us. Which is the first samasta pada that comes?
Devaki Nandanoyam.
Devaki Nandanaha. So Devakyaha Nandanaha. The one who pleases his mother Devaki. Devaki is actually his Janma Mata. So Devakyaha Nandanaha. He is also Yashoda Nandanaha. One who actually brought him up. So Devakyaha Nandanaha. One who pleases Devaki. Beautiful word. Okay, next Samastapada, what do you see?
Vrishni
Vamsha Pradipa. It has a triplet. Okay. Vrishnehe Vamshaha, Vrishni Vamshaha, something like that. Vrishni Vamshasya Pradipaha. The one who enlightens or brightens the lineage of Vrishni. So it's a triplet. So there are two Samastapadas there embedded as one giant one. Okay. Well done. Number 3, what is you have?
Meghashyamalaha.
Megha Iva Shyamalaha. one who is dark like the rain cloud. Okay.
Megha iva Shyamalah.
Megha iva Shyamalah.
Shyamalaha. Komalango.
Next one.
Komalam.
Komalanga.
Angaha, like a komal.
Komalaha komalani angani yasya saha. Okay, bahuvrihi samasa. See the difference between all these. See, for example, Vrishni Vamshehe Pradipaha. Pradipaha is actually referring to Krishna directly rather than as a qualification. So there is no you can actually construct a bahuvrihi as Pradipayati Yaha, like that, but Yaha Saha is not a bahuvrihi compound allowed. So we have to construct basically a Tatpurusha there as Vrishni Vamshasya Pradipaha. But here in Komalangaha, the participant is actually a whole, one whose parts are Komala. So Komalani Angani Yasya Saha. Shashti, Yasya Saha. Then it is allowed as a Bahuvrihi. So Komalangaha, it's neither just the part nor the Komalatva, it is the one with Komala parts, which is one with soft parts. Okay, is Krishna. Okay, I mean soft heart. Okay, soft parts is a little overextension. Soft heart. Next one. Again, it's a triplet. Prithvyaha bharam, prabharaha iti manye. Prithvyaha bharaha, prithvi bharaha, prithvi bharasya nashakaha or nashaha, prithvi bhara nashaha. One who destroys the wasted weight on top of the earth. Okay, what this means? Enemy, the dispatcher of enemy. Unwanted elements. All well done. So I think that was also done. So let us finish off for today. Okay. Adaha dattani padani upayujya samasta padani likata. So komalasya nrupaha, kosalasya nrupaha, kosala nrupaha. So okay, that is king of Kosala Desha.
Tiram, nada tiram.
Nadhyaha tiram, nadi tiram.
Nadhyaha tiram, nadi tiram. I will read the text and then you say the answer. Okay. Samudrasya tataha. Samudra tataha. So we have to drop the pratyaya and then join. Okay. They have given fairly simple examples in the beginning where sandhi rules and don't come into picture. It's fairly straightforward to drop the pratyaya and add. But slowly they will complicate it for you. Bhumehe gunaha. Bhumi gunaha or bhu gunaha. So bhumi gunaha. Bhumehe comes from bhumi shabda. Okay. Okay. Bhumi gunaha. Kakasya karshnyam. Karshnyam. Very good. Karshnyam means darkness, blackness. Okay. Krishna word actually comes from this, same Krish. Okay. The Karshnyam is the blackness. Krishna is the one who is black. Okay. Kakasya Karshnyam. Kaka Karshnyam. Kaka comes 3 times. Devanam Indraha. First time Guna Sandhi is applying now. Deva plus Indra. A plus E. Devendra. Not Deva Indraha. Devendra. Sudhayaha Khandaha. Sudha Khanda. There is no Sandhi. Here it is straightforward Samyoga. Pandoho Tanayaha. Here this is the worst thing to do is Pandoho is Shashti Ekavachana. We have to remember, this comes from Pandu Shabda. So Pandu is the Pratipadika. So Pandu and Tanaya. No Sandhi. So Pandu Tanayaha. Okay. Whereas here Devanam is the Shashti Bahuvachana of Deva Shabda. So Deva Shabda Akaranta. Indra is E Adi. So Anta E Adi means Swara Sandhi, Guna Sandhi takes place. So we don't ever write Deva Indraha. We don't write Swaras independently in the middle. We always compound them with Swara Sandhis. So Devendraha. So okay. Guroho Patni. Guruhu Guroho. Guruhu Guru Guravaha. Then Shashti, Guroho, Gurvoho, Gurunam. So Guroho, Guru Shabdasya, Shashti Ekavachanam. So of the Guru, Patni. So Pakara is a Vyanjana Shabda. So Ukaranta and Padi. So there is no Sandhi. Guru Patni. Okay. Mitrasya Griham. Mitram is the Pratama Ekavachana. The Pratipadika is Mitra. Okay. So Mitra Griham. Remember, this could be son's, the Lord son's house also, SUN son's house also. So this could be Mitraha or Mitram. We don't know the Pratipadika is Mitra in Napumsaka or Mitra in Pullinga. But luckily for us, it doesn't matter. Mitra Griham. Mitra Griham. Some places this can terminate as two different answers depending on the Pratipadika form. Okay. All right. Devasya Puja. Puja. Again, Deva is the Shabda. So the offering of whatever oblations, etc. to the god. Deepasya Prakashaha. Prakashaha. Very good. So torch light or some light. The brightness of the light. Kavehe Rachana. Kavi Shabda Kavehe. Kavihi, Kavi, Kavaya. Then it goes to Kavehe, Kavyoho, Kavinam. So Kavehe Rachana. The creation of a poet. So Kavi Rachana. Chandrasya Darshanam. Very straightforward. No Sandhi, nothing. Chandra Darshanam. Jananam Samuha. A heap of people or a collection of people. Okay. Nagendraha. Here again Vriddhi is there. Naga Shabda, Indra Shabda. A. Nagendraha. Yeah, somebody has a question?
क्षम्यस्व मम प्रश्नः अस्ति जनानाम् अत्र प्रातिपदिकं जनस् अस्ति वा जनः अस्ति वा अकारान्तः
जनशब्द
जनस् नास्ति वा
जनः जनौ जनाः जनानाम् इति
अस्तु धन्यवादः
रामस्य रामयोः रामाणां तत्रापि तथैव किल
आमां
रामशब्दपण्डिताः एव वयं किमर्थं
तत् जनानाम् जनशब्दे सकार अपि भवति
जनः अकारान्त जनशब्दः तत्र किं विशिष्टम् इत्युक्ते जनशब्देन सर्वदा एकवचने एकः एव जनः इति न तदपि कदाचित् जनः इत्यत्र लोकः इत्यत्र लोकाः जनाः इत्यपि स्वीक्रियते. It is like a Nitya Bahuvachana form is understood sometimes. Okay?
Mahodaya, Deva Puja, Devasya Puja. Deva Pujaka, Devasya Pujaka, Shuddham va?
Devanam Puja iti bhavitum arhati. Devasya Pujaka iti katam. Kapratyaya nasti tatra. Kapratyaya asti te achite devasya pujakah deva pujakah. This is a pujari. Pujari is called deva pujaka. Or any of us. We are also deva pujakas. With kapratyaya, if it is there. If kapratyaya is not there, it's deva puja. This is the act of puja itself. Nothing about the person.
Astu. So deva pujak bahuvrihi asti va?
Say the word clearly, Bagini.
थोड़ा गर्म पानी हो जाएगा.
गर्म पानी वाला थोड़ा चुप रही है. Bagini asked.
What is that, sir? Sir, Deva Pujaka atra bahuvrihi asti.
Why are you bringing Pujaka?
No, I mean I came across that. So
oh, okay. See, Devam Pujayati Yaha Saha will come. If Yaha Saha comes, it is not bahuvrihi. Pujakaha itself is a complete word directly referring to the pujari. So Devasya Pujakaha, Deva Pujakaha is a Shashti Tatpuri. Because you see, first you try to make it Bahuvrihi. When you want to make it Bahuvrihi, check if it is Yasya Saha, Yena Saha, something comes. If Yaha Saha comes, cancel the Bahuvrihi and go back to Tatpurusha. Got it? Very basic technique.
Yeah.
Yaha Saha is not allowed, or Yasa is not allowed, or Yat Tat is not allowed. So if Vigraha Vakya is coming out as Yaha Saha, Yasa, Yat Tat, you have fallen out of Bahuvrihi mode.
Astu.
Simple, na?
Yeah.
Very simple. Very nice.
Nobody says that actually. Somehow it should be added in the text. Very very important point, Bhagini. I learnt quite a while afterwards. Okay, because my Guru Varya and all are teaching all this. Once or twice I used to do Vigraha like this and they say, what Yahasaha? It cannot be a legal Bahuri with Yahasa.
But what you learned with hard work, you are imparting us easily.
No. It is hard work for you guys also. You have come up to Kovida. So, all right. I think we have finished this slide and we have overshot our time by a long time.
Yes, sir.
So let's call it a day. Let's meet next Saturday. Next class is next Saturday. Okay.
Time.
11 o'clock again. Morning 11 o'clock next Saturday. 10:55 you can join in. Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Everyone. I will send the links for this recording.
Some of these samasas we had learnt in 8th standard and during our school days.
Very nice. You have a very strong memory. I also learnt and forgotten everything.
Forgive Mahadeva.
Sir, namaste, sir. Dhanyawada.
Namaste, sir.
Dhanyawada, Mahadeva. Thank you very much.
Dhanyawada, Mahadeva.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Namaste, sir.